gonna try to do a real quick intro. It's dead calm this morning. I waited to do this intro till the sun came up a bit because it was pretty foggy and really quiet this morning, so I didn't want to make a bunch of noise. And everything's kind of dead out here right now, so I thought I'd wait a little while, and I haven't seen anything yet this morning. It's about 8 o'clock right now, maybe 8:30. Sat all morning yesterday morning, didn't see anything in a really nice rut funnel with a ton of sign, fresh sign, so that's making me think the movement's gonna be a little bit later in the morning, hopefully. But brought the doe decoy out today, and gonna give that a try. I've never killed a deer over a decoy, never really tried to use a decoy before, but I'm sitting here between kind of two big thickets that are on the two major points out here on this ridge. So I'm in a maybe 100-yard wide patch of wide open woods between the two, and gonna try some calling this morning, and figured the decoy might be enough to bring him in close if a buck does come into the calling, give him a reason to come out in the open here. So just gonna hang tight and make a bunch of noise with the horns and do some calling, and we'll see what happens. Put the decoy right here on my downhill side because all morning it's supposed to be sunny and my thermals are pulling uphill really strong right now. So I'm hoping that if a buck comes out of this thicket or this one, or wraps this bowl connecting the two, that I'll see this decoy and loop around up above me somewhere. Most of the sign was coming from this way, and so if a buck notices this decoy, hopefully he'll kind of loop up here behind me somewhere that is in range and I can get a shot. But we'll see what happens. Shot him right here about a little under 20 yards, 17 or 18 yards. He did exactly what I thought a buck would do if it came in. There's a brushy finger behind me here that comes up through this saddle and intersects with this bench that connects the doe bedding over to the south with this thicker, what I expected to be buck bedding to the north on this big point. And all these points fall down into a really big hollow and have little drainages in between that are pretty steep and hard to walk through. So I figured most bucks would be looping up here on this bench to get around them. I found a lot of fresh sign yesterday, and figured it was just kind of a matter of time before bucks slipped through here. So it was really cold this morning, so having a little mid to late morning action wasn't much of a surprise. Buck did exactly what I expected. Came out of the bedding area over here on the point, looped down here, and he was up in here somewhere, maybe 50 or 60 yards away, before he noticed the decoy. The decoy, just right here, about 20 yards away from me. When he came and he saw it, my thermals are pulling up the hill, which is why I put the doe downhill of me, the decoy. And so once he saw it, he swung up here above me, trying to smell it. You could see he had his nose up in the air and licking his nose and trying to get a whiff of it. And it just brought him right here, right in my lap. So worked out just like it should, and time to get him out of here. All right, just climbed down. I saw him go down, so tracking isn't too necessary, but come over here and grab the arrow and see what blood looks like. Full pass through. Let's see. Oh yeah, he was bleeding right away. Started bleeding pretty much right after the shot, so the G5 did its job, it looks like. Yeah, he wasn't gonna make it very far. Wow. Oh wow. Yeah, this is where it really starts picking up. Even Garrett could follow this one. Wow. There he is. Nice little Pennsylvania public land mountain 7-pointer.